So this whole dynamic is where the seeds of shame are sown. Not as some kind of failure again, or that I've done something wrong, or some neurosis or some pathology, but it's just like it's that primordial sort of defense against annihilation. The story of unworthiness offers a paradoxical kind of refuge from the chaos of the unmetabolized grief. It gives some kind of sense of coherence to our confusion as a young child, but at a real cost. Over time, this core belief of defectiveness, it has a way of threading itself through every layer of our being, doesn't it? The way we think, our emotional habits, our posture, our breath, the choices that we make in love and in work and in creativity. It becomes the water that we swim in. It becomes the air that we breathe because we don't know that we're doing it. But it's not some ultimate truth that's sort of etched into reality itself. It's so important to know this. It's a strategy. It's plastic. It's flimsy in the end. It can be recrafted. These strategies can be dismantled, rewoven, re-put together. This inner narrative, it can be updated. And of course, it's not going to be easy. It's going to require us to feel, to make that confrontation with the somatic unconscious that Jung describes, to stay embodied, to cut into that trance of self-abandonment, and to make a new sort of commitment to our inner life, to the path of befriending, which has to happen in 999 out of 1,000 cases very, very slowly, micro moment by micro moment, meeting our experience, meeting ourselves in a new way, in a moment, to choose a different way, a way that's not organized and oriented in getting out of our embodied vulnerability and escaping in self-abandonment, which was once incredibly intelligent, kind, compassionate, adaptive, but in a moment to choose something different. And through this, over time, a more alive, creative, accurate, up-to-date, real-time narrative can be rewoven. One that is, in fact, put together by those slower circuitries of the prefrontal cortex, and not that fight or flight, survival, panicky part of the brain, that subcortical part, that limbic part of the brain. And again, just to say this isn't some sort of Pollyannish new age fantasy that we're making up here. We see this in the research in the field of relational neuroscience and how a neural network becomes updated. And many of us clinicians, have been fortunate and blessed to witness this sort of reorganization and rebirth in the lives of many courageous, ordinary women and men like ourselves over the years. No, it's not easy, and it will ask everything of us, but it is possible. So let us remind each other, especially when the shame feels unbearable, that the pathways of abandonment and of self-aggression can be reorganized. They're not as solid as they seem. They are flexible and malleable and plastic. New circuits of compassion and belonging can be encoded. They can be laid down. New breath can be breathed. and even in the bleakest moment, the spark of the sacred still lives within you, within us, no matter what it is that's happened in the past.